going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Horror. This is Ethan Horror, and today we are back with a brand new tier list. Today we are going through we're just going to be going through some horror movie masks. I picked the most popular ones that I could think of. I got 41 masks to go through. There are many more masks. I could have made a 100 mask list. But I picked the most iconic, the most popular ones. But with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so here we are at the tier list. Today I kept it simple for the tiers. At the top we have perfect, then we have great, memorable, it's alright, and kill it with fire at the bottom there. I don't think we're going to have very many in that category because there isn't really very many horror movie masks I dislike. I think for the most part they're pretty good. So here's the contestants for today. Yep, we got all these masks. Okay. Starting off with Babyface. I think this is one of the most recent iconic horror movie masks. We have a couple that are more recent on here, like the Grabber and Hard Eyes, but this is the most iconic. I feel like a lot of horror fans consider Babyface a horror icon at this point, but I gotta say, this is one of the only iconic horror movie masks that I just do not like. I am sorry. It's going and kill it with fire. It might be the only one I put there all day, but God, I do not like that mask. I don't find it intimidating. I don't find it scary. I have no idea why they picked a baby. I know it's like the high school mascot for the school in the movie or whatever, but no. No. Okay. Next up, we have the Grabber, and this is the complete opposite. It's another recent horror icon with a great mask that I'm actually going to put up into great. I really like this one in the way that he changes the mouth, where it's sometimes frowning, and he changes the eyes and the horns, and I think this is very good, and just the fact that he can, like, customize it however he wants, or for whatever mood is, I think, very cool. And sometimes he even takes the bottom just completely off and just wears the top of it, which I think is also very cool looking. I just think it's a very good mask that they created for this movie. Next up, we have Predator, and yes, he does wear a mask. It's the heat-seeking mask, or it has like the Predator vision. I would much rather see his face because I love the look of Predator. He's my favorite horror creature. But the mask is memorable enough. I mean, it's just a kind of like metal mask that covers up his Predator face. But I like it a lot better when the mask comes off and we get to actually see that incredible look for an iconic creature. So that's just me personally. I prefer the unmasked version, but the mask still looks pretty cool. Then we have the lamb, tiger, and wolf face from You're Next. I just grouped them all together because they're all just it's all right. They're intimidating at some points. I think the lamb mask is probably the scariest one for me, just because the other two are like already scary animals, wolves and tigers. But a lamb, it's just, you wouldn't expect it to be a villain mask. So I honestly might put that one in just in memorable, but otherwise they're just white masks that in the shape of animal faces. They're pretty basic. They're fine. Then we have the Blissfield Butcher from Freaky. I feel like they just kind of threw a mask on him because they needed him to look like a slasher villain. It's not a great mask, but I don't hate it. It's basically just like a brown mask with eye holes and little stitching over the mouth. Pretty basic. Yeah, it's fine. Then we have a few Purge masks. If I went through and picked every Purge mask, there would be 400 on its own. So I just picked 4 from the Purge, 4 of they're the most iconic for me. So first up we have, I guess, the Smile mask. I don't know what it's called. From the original Purge. I've never been a fan of this one, honestly. I mean, I don't think it's scary. I just don't think it's very intimidating. So I'm gonna go, it's alright. It's a very alright mask. I prefer the more neon masks in the Purge. I feel like when you get to like Anarchy and Election Year. Those are my two favorite Purge movies, and I like the masks that we get in those movies more than the ones we get in the original, which is only this mask. We get like this one and like 3 different variations of it, and I don't love it, so it's gonna go in it's all right. Then we have the God mask from Purge Anarchy, I believe. This mask I don't like. I don't like it, but I'm debating whether it goes bottom or it's all right. I'm gonna go Kill with Fire. I don't like that mask whatsoever. It's very boring. It's just a white mask with the word God written across it. It's just boring. Then we have the Kiss Me mask, which might be the most iconic Purge mask, besides the neon, like, X over the eyes that all the teenagers wear. And I actually carved a pumpkin of this one last year. So I do like this mask, but I'm not going to put it in great. I'm just going to put it in memorable, which this list is very bottom heavy right now, but don't worry, we'll get to the icons here soon. Next up, we have Lady Liberty Purger. This is the iconic, the neon, the X over the eyes, the mouth. It's the iconic mask that everyone wears, or all the teenagers wear going trick-or-treating, just to call it a Halloween costume. And then you get the addition of the light-up crown around it for the Lady Liberty look. And this is my favorite mask of the series. I'm going to go great. Not quite up into that top tier for me. I think that top tier is for like my top 5, and I wouldn't say it's up there, but I do really like that mask. Next up, we have Michael Myers, which, yes, obviously is going into perfect. And a lot of people are genuinely terrified of Michael Myers' mask. Like, I have a Michael Myers mask in my room, and there are some people who can't even look at it because it freaks them out so bad. And I personally I'm not scared by it, but as far as just the way that they made it, the way they took like a Star Trek mask, just spray painted it white and just tossed it in the movie. And it looks phenomenal. It's iconic. And I mean, I can see why people are scared of it. I just am not personally scared of it myself. But yeah, it's an iconic mask. And I feel like if I didn't put it in perfect, well, it's imperfect, so I don't have to worry about it. Then we have the pig mask from Saw. There's a few different variations of this one as well, but I'm gonna put it in great. I mean, it feels a little weird that like the pig mask is the most iconic mask from the Saw series, but it is, and I think it's a very scary looking mask and might be one of the scariest ones on the list besides one we'll talk about here pretty soon. I really like this mask, and I like when it shows up. I don't see how it really fits the theme of Saw, but I like the mask, so it's going to go up in great. Then we have Hannibal Lecter, and I was going to put it down here in it's all right, but thinking about it, I'm going to put it in great, because it's not the mask. The mask, fine, it's an all right mask. It's just a gray muzzle that goes over his mouth. It's got like, it's got like a hole so you can talk. But then I started thinking about it and how terrifying that mask is. Because the entirety of Silence of the Lambs, you're just talking to Hannibal Lecter. It's just Clarice and him one-on-one talking. You're like, oh, this guy's not that bad. Like, I mean, sure, he probably killed somebody, but, like, he just seems like a normal guy. Maybe a little creepy. But then you roll him out on this stretcher, and he's strapped up, and he's got this mask on. And you're like, oh, he's dangerous. Like, they felt the need to muzzle him so that he didn't maul somebody's face off. That alone was enough to get it into that top tier for me. Then we have the Invisible Man, which you can argue all you want that it shouldn't be on the list because it's technically bandages around his face. It's a facial covering, okay? I'm not going to call it a facial covering tier list because no one would click on that. It's a mask tier list. This is the only one that isn't technically a mask, I guess. But for this one, I'm going to go memorable. It's iconic. He's a universal monster, so obviously he's iconic, and the look is iconic. I dressed up as him for Halloween one year. Yeah, I love just the look of it, but again, it's just kind of bandages and some sunglasses, so. But next up, we have Phantom of the Opera, one of his fellow Universal monsters. If it wasn't cut in half, it would be in the bottom. Because it's just a white mask that is sliced down the middle. But that slice down the middle is enough to put it into memorable. I mean, everybody knows the Phantom of the Opera mask. You show it to anybody, they might not be able to pinpoint what it's from, but they'll say they've seen the mask before. And I personally love the Phantom of the Opera. I've only seen the Universal Monster movie version, but it was great. And I love the mask, so it's gonna go in memorable, but like, again, if it was just a full white mask, it would be at the bottom. Then we have the Collector. And I enjoy the Collector's mask. I'll go memorable. I think it's another one of the scarier masks on the list. I like that it doesn't have the nose. I feel like the nose would really take away from the look of the mask. It's just plain brown. I think it goes completely over his head. And I just like the way that you can see his eyes, but the space around his eyes are completely black. So you just see his eyes. That's, I don't know if other people get what I'm saying there, but yeah, that's why I like it. Next up, we have Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon with the Leslie Vernon mask. I'm gonna go, it's all right. I don't like Leslie Vernon's mask. I don't know why. I mean, I enjoy the movie. It's not one of my favorites, but I just don't like his mask. I think it's the coloring. I don't think the green really works well. I think if it was maybe a gray or even like a yellow, it would look a little bit better, but it is certainly unique in the fact that it's greenish blue, but I just don't really like the coloring of it. I don't like the way his eyes look in it. I do like the little slit that goes down his mouth. That part's okay, but otherwise it's just pretty normal mask. I do like that it's frowning, again, with the mouth, but otherwise I don't like it very much. Next up, we have Frank the Rabbit from Donnie Darko. And this is gonna shock some of you guys, because I'm throwing it up in perfect. I love this mask. Not the mask, I mean, the mask, sure, but I love Frank the Rabbit, because he is one of the scariest horror villains for me, and he's not even a villain. He's just in a few scenes where he's just standing there. He doesn't really talk. When he does, it's also very scary. But this scene specifically that I took this picture from, where he's looking into the mirror and he just sees him standing there, terrifying. I don't know what it is about this character, but terrifying. Then we have the Strangers with Baghead. I'll put his mask in memorable. It's pretty basic. It's a bag with a little line and some eye holes. It's pretty basic, but I do think it's a good mask. It's iconic. It's the scariest of the three for sure. But yeah, it's good. It's a good mask. Then we have, I believe this is Pinup Girl. I mix these two up all the time, but I believe this is Pinup Girl, and I'm gonna put this one in Kill It With Fire. I have never liked this mask. I think it looks super cheap. It looks like just a basic mask that they found and just threw it in the movie, like with zero effort, which kind of adds to it a little bit that like these people don't really care that much. They're just wearing something to cover their face, but I don't think it's scary at all. I have never liked Pinup Girl's mask. Dollface's mask isn't much better, but I'm gonna put it in it's alright, just because I like how the eyes look, where it's just the blackness, the darkness, kind of like in the Michael Myers mask. I'm not comparing it to the Michael Myers mask, it's not in the same ballpark, but I like the fact that you can't see her eyes, and it's just that icy darkness. Then next up, we have Leatherface. Leatherface, he has an iconic mask, a good one. But if we're taking in all of Leatherface's masks as a whole, I'm gonna stick it in great. If it was this one specifically and it looked like this consistently through every Texas Chainsaw, it would be in perfect. But it's not. I like that mask specifically, but if we're going through all of the masks he wears throughout the series, this is the only one that looks good. All of the other ones look god-awful to me. I mean, the one in 3D, I don't think looks good. The one in the remake, I think looks terrible. I don't like the one in 2022. The beginning, I actually think that one's decent, but otherwise, the sequels, I think he looks terrible in all of those. but it is terrifying the fact that he's wearing human flesh on his face. Just overall, if we're going based off of all of them, he can't go into perfect. Then we have the man from Hush. It's basically just a blank white mask, and he has a beanie on. The beanie does not count because it's not the mask, but the mask itself, pretty basic, pretty boring. I'm going to put it in ads alright, because it looks scary at sometimes, but it's just a blank white mask. Then we have the Angel Killer from It's a Wonderful Knife. If you guys know, I love that movie, but this mask, the whole outfit, I really like. I really dig the whole outfit. But if we're going strictly off the mask, I know it works with the outfit, so I'm going to keep that into consideration, but just the mask itself, I'm going to go into it's alright. It's just a blank white mask. It doesn't have any eyes, which I think helps a little bit, especially with the mystery of the movie, not being able to see his eyes. If being able to see his eyes would kind of give it away, even though they do reveal it right at the beginning. I don't know, whatever. I think it's a decent mask. Then we have the Totally Killer mask. As far as the theme of the movie, the 80s kind of vibe, it fits it. I don't love the mask, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't love it. I'm going to stick in, it's alright. I feel like I'm kind of being harsh on some of these masks, but don't worry, we got some icons coming up here soon. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is about it. It fits the movie. I just don't like it. Then we have Ghostface, which you guys know where Ghostface is going. It's one of my favorite masks in any horror movie. I mean, obviously, I got to give my boy The Edge, which we'll talk about him in a few minutes here. But Ghostface is probably my second favorite mask. I love it. I think it's iconic. It wasn't even supposed to be the mask they used in the movie, I don't think. But they used it. It was iconic. They loved it. We love it. Everybody loves it. It's in the top tier. Then we have the Skull Mask from Fear Street Part 1. And he appears in Part 3 a little bit. This one's interesting, because I would say I like it better than a skull mask we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But I'll go memorable, but I don't think it's anything spectacular. It's a very basic Halloween store mask. I think he even gets it from a Halloween store in this movie. It doesn't stick out among masks in the genre. It's not particularly creative, but it is very good. So I'll put it in memorable. Then we have the Miner from My Bloody Valentine. This one, I'm gonna go great. It's just it's a scary mask. It looks scary. There's no way around it. It does look scary, and that's why it's gonna get great. It's kind of like that 80s slasher vibe where they just kind of throw anything they want on the killer's face, and it works. Like Jason with the hockey mask is the best example, where they just throw any facial covering on him and it works. And it works for this one, so it's going in great. Speaking of which, we have In a Violent Nature. They kind of go back to 80s slasher vibes and do the same thing, where they just take something completely random, slap it on his face, and call it a day. And it is the Beekeeper mask. I think it's fine. I'm going to stick it in memorable. But I didn't love this movie, and so this mask just it kind of got the blunt of that I didn't love the movie, so I just didn't care for the mask either. But now that I think about it, it looks decent. I get that they're going for kind of an 80s slasher vibe with it, so I think it's good. Then we have a mask I did not know people were this obsessed about. Peach Fuzz from Creep. I have not seen Creep, but I've been told I have to watch it, so I will watch it soon. But I don't know why people are so obsessed with this mask. I mean, it's alright, but why are people so obsessed with this movie? I mean, not this movie, this mask. I mean, I could see why people are obsessed with the movie, because I've heard it's very good, but why? What is it about this mask? I don't know. Haven't seen it yet. Maybe I'll fall in love with it too. But for now, it's in there. And we got my boy Jason. That was who I was talking about earlier. He's going up to perfect. He's my favorite slasher villain. The hockey mask is iconic. I love the fact that he has that axe mark in his mask that lingers throughout the entire series. Even when he gets a new mask, it's still there for some reason. Like in Jason Takes Manhattan, when he finds a new mask, there's still an axe mark in the same spot because it's that iconic. You can't take it out at that point. Even if it kind of messes with the continuity, but whatever. Yeah, it's an iconic mask, and it's in the top tier, no doubt about it. Then we have the Roy Burns mask, which, yes, is different. It's a way more white than the Jason mask, and it has blue marks, or chevrons, is that what they're called, on the mask instead of red. I hate this killer reveal, but I don't hate that it's not Jason, because it's another guy walking around in a hockey mask killing people. I love Jason. Like, he's my favorite horror villain, but I don't really care that it... If you cut out that ending, you could just say it is Jason, and no one would, because it basically is. But that ending kind of ruins it for me a little bit. So I'm gonna go Kill with Fire. I can't look at Roy Burns, and I can't. Then we have Alice, Sweet Alice. This is one of the movies that I have not seen, but the mask is so iconic I had to put it on the list. So for that, I'm going to put it in memorable, because it's an iconic mask, and I think it looks pretty good. It is kind of just a basic mask. It's got some color, it's got some blue, it's got some glamour on it, but overall, it's just a pretty normal mask. Then we have the clown mask from the original John Carpenter's Halloween. You only see it for like 3 seconds. So for that, I'm going to put it in, it's alright, but it's such an iconic scene that I feel like I can't put it down here and Kill It With Fire. It's just such an iconic moment in the Halloween franchise that it feels wrong to put it down there. Then we have Sam's burlap sack. There's a lot of people that put sacks on their face in these movies.
Hey, yo!
Actually, I'm just going to move all of the sack head killers into, so we can talk about them all at once. So we have Sam starting off first. I think he does the burlap sack the best. His head looks ginormous, but that's because he has a pumpkin head. And I'm going to put it up into perfect. I think this mask is amazing. It makes him look adorable and then not intimidating at all until it gets ripped open and you get the shot where it looks like his mask has a mouth. I think it's a very good mask. That fits the movie very well, so I really like it. Then we have 3 people who wear sacks on their heads, starting with Tommy Slater, who has no eye holes, Jason, who has 1 eye hole, and the killer from The Town That Dreaded Sundown, which has 2 eye holes. They got really creative, guys. The Tommy Slater one, I'm gonna put in it's alright, because it's been done before. It was kind of a reference to Jason's mask from part 2, so it was kind of just doing that again, and it's my least favorite, or not my least favorite of the 3. We'll talk about that in a second here, but then we have Jason's mask, which I'm gonna put in memorable. I've never hated this mask like a lot of people do. A lot of people hate it just because it's not the hockey mask that everyone loves. But I do like the way that it sits on his head. A lot of people complain about how he's so stupid he only cut 1 eye hole in it. We'll talk about it in a second here, why I think 2 eye holes looks dumb. Because we have The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I hate this mask. I have not seen this movie, but if you look on the poster, this mask looks dope. I'm gonna Google the poster right now. If you look at this, like, look how cool he looks on the poster here. Look at how cool he looks on the poster of the movie. It looks amazing. But then you get this. This looks so stupid. I'm sorry. I can't. That's my least favorite mask of the list by far. Then we have the mask from Nightbreed, which is another iconic one that I haven't seen, but it had to be on the list. For this one, I'm going to go great. I think this mask is terrifying. I think it looks phenomenal. It looks so scary. I love it. Love it. And it kind of reminds me of the Sand mask, even though it came out first, because it has the button eyes. And I like the little rip for the mouth. So I really like that mask. Then we have the Pumpkin Skull and Witch mask from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. This movie is about masks, so it works perfectly for this list. And I just kind of grouped them all together. They're all just like crappy Halloween store masks. You could just insert like any horror movie monster face onto these and it would work. I'm just going to put them in memorable because they are memorable, and even like fans of Halloween and diehard horror fans will recognize these masks anywhere. So they're memorable, they're iconic. They're going in that middle tier for me. Then we have Heart Eyes, the most recent addition on the list, and I love this mask. I don't know if I'd quite go to perfect, but I'm going to at least go to great, because I love this mask. I love the glowing eyes that are hearts. I mean, obviously, it's heart eyes. That's the concept of the movie, but it looks so good, the way that they glow red. It's got that Valentine's Day vibe. Like My Bloody Valentine, no Valentine's Day vibe. But this one's got it down. And then the rest of the mask is pretty basic, but I think it looks very good. And those glowing eyes really set it over the top for me. Then we have the John Carver mask from Thanksgiving. And it's alright. It's a facial covering that's Thanksgiving themed. I'll give you that. And that's the completed tier list of all 41 of the most iconic horror movie masks for me. I was a little bit fluctuated here. I mean, it's a pretty even bell curve. But yeah, we got 5 in the top, which is, I try to do 5 in the top unless like the list is stacked. For all my tier lists, I try to just keep it to my top 5 in perfect. Otherwise, I might have bumped the Grabber and Hard Eyes and even Leatherface up there. But yeah, this is the completed list. This is all 41 of my picks for the most iconic masks ranked on a tier list. And that's going to be it for today's video. Remember, if you did enjoy, make sure to hit like and subscribe so when you want to see more videos like it in the future. Otherwise, you can hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when I post any brand new videos. Comment down below some more video ideas for me, and I'll see you guys next time.